It's your boy Trinity Beast Mode, and I'm being joined up here in the booth by Electric for Days, the Phase Man. We have a good one for y'all tonight. We have a 50% Vegas race, 3 times where on low draft, I believe. That's where these guys are getting ready to go to. I believe this is also their first race of their playoffs. And right now the guys are wrapping up their qualifying, so we are going to let you know real quick. We let you know a few stats as we get going. Heading into the playoffs, we have Chapman leading. He comes in with a 9-point lead over Jake Giroux. And second with 2,041 points. He's second, he's 9 points back. Wildcard Coyote, he is 17 points out of first. Memory is 29 points out of first. Mills is 33. Pickle, he's in sixth. He is tied. Him and Mikey Den are tied in the sixth spot, 40 points behind Chapman. And rounding out the top 8 who qualified to start off this playoffs, BBD. He is 50 points back. Those are your 8 drivers. Chapman, Jake, Wildcard, Memory, Mills, Pickle, Mikey Den, and BBD. They are the top 8 starting this playoff race here at Vegas. We just wrapped up happy hour with these guys. FaZe, who do you feel as we get invites out to get into this race soon? FaZe, we just practiced with these guys. Who you feel looks pretty strong? And from my perspective, there was a lot of guys up there in the front, and it didn't look like nobody was getting away from anybody. It looks like it's going to be a really, really competitive race. What's your thoughts?
I think that I seen a whole bunch of people while I was up there racing with him. I really think that Wildcard can hold his lane and stay up there as I was racing with him. He was doing pretty good while I was racing against him. Watch out for that. Watch out for that 2 car.
All right. So as we get to the pick'ems, you've been talking pretty highly about Wildcard in this race. So who are you picking for the winner of this race? One pick for
Um,
your winner and one pick for your black dark horse Wildcard pick.
I say, I say, it's hard. I say Jake though. No, no, no. I say wild card. After what I said, wild card. He raced aggressively, especially on this track. Um, he know his right. He know his setups. He know what to do, especially on this track. Knowing this track for a long time, I think he can get it done.
Okay. And one more time, who are you picking who is your wild card? All right, we
My
getting the
wild
invite.
card,
All right, right, right. Let's start
okay,
joining. You got your invites. Let's start joining.
yeah.
There we go. We got 3 viewers out there. Thank y'all for watching. We are loading in right now at Vegas. As we load into the track, we see Chapman on pole. Outside of him, I see the Coyote. We got Jake. 17 should be Memories in the 17. Wildcard, Jake in the 19. B Comps in the 14. Matthew in the 12. Pickle Deal in a two-tone yellow-blue car. Mills in his traditional Monster Energy number 1. Mikey Dan in a custom orange scheme. Blackout is starting his second race. Had a great race in his first debut last week. He is in the 42. BBD rounds out in the black and orange 42. And back at the front with Chapman, as he's getting challenged in the front from his buddy El Diablo himself. And the Magic Cockroach dives it down in the turns 3 and 4. We still have Memory on the outside. Taking it high into turn 1. How you like the start to this race there, FaZe?
I like the start of the race is looking pretty good right now. A lot of aggressive moves I'm seeing by the 17 and the 2, trying to get past Chapman for this lead. As a 3 wide right now, great job for holding that 3 wide lane. It's really hard holding 3 wide, especially here at Las Vegas, because this track here can definitely get you losing. So
yeah, we see that really tight racing in the front for there's right now there's 4 cars under a blanket battling for first as Memory takes the lead, 3 wide for second with Jake on the high side, the Magic Cockroach in the middle, and we got Coyote way down on the apron. Here comes the 12 of Matthew. He is there. And we see Mills. He's back there behind this first pack of cars. He's pulling Pickle. We got Mikey Dan and BBD rounding out the 11 car field we have tonight. FaZe, we seen when we practiced earlier, looked like these guys can barely run 20 laps. You know, looked like Coyote was able to get his car to the line with few when a lot of us was running out on that last lap, and especially tires is a factor. How was your car handling in all the practices and with your tires management and your fuel?
My tires, especially with if you're running, like I think you're running the 6 here, that is way too loose. If you run a 5 here, you'll be okay. My car was handling pretty nice until it hit about lap 10. It took me a little bit of getting out the gas, getting back on it in the middle of the turns. The fuel, I really think that you should hit around when you have like 2 laps to go, because you can't just go a full fuel run without the tires lasting.
Yes, tire management is going to be definitely key here. I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys who did practice in these practices we had in happy hour, I noticed when I ran the second to last race, I ran mostly the high lane in 1 and 2, and especially 3 and 4. And I did some lifting up there. I didn't charge it. I still maintained with the group. But I noticed a huge difference with tires. My tire light I managed to have my tire light not come on until the last lap versus coming on with about 4 or 5 laps to go. It's going to be interesting to see who runs consistently in that high line, and you know, what kind of strategies they're going to play out as they run. As we see Memory starting to pull away from this pack, and right now the battle for seconds heating up out of 4 cars.
Yeah, right now we're seeing them bumping and banging Jake into the grass.
Jake's into the grass. He's coming back on track. Oh, he's catching it. I think he got it.
He's okay. He's okay.
Woo,
so,
yeah.
As I was going to say, Memory is breaking out to a great lead right now. I really think that you should have a big lead coming into pit, so then you can come out having clean air, because that dirty air can get your car tight or very loose. So I'm expecting to see Memory probably pit like different than everybody else, because remember, everybody will have different strategies, because cars are too loose or too tight. So I'm expecting to see people coming in the pit, I think, a couple laps before the stage just to get some fuel and tires and then come right back.
You seen how close they were all running, and now they're starting to slowly spread out. You think some of these guys are starting to back down and starting to think about their first pit stop because you see memory out there, or you think that wreck kind of separated them a little bit, that little
Uh,
bump.
I think that bump really did separate the cars. Without that bump, I think the cars still would have been a little bunched up, but it would have been a little spread out. But it's still a great time. It's still a great time for Memory to break away from this pack because you do not want to be in that pack right there when it's all bunched up together. So many things can go wrong inside the pack, especially what happened to Jake. Happy that he is still in this pack. Especially trying to get into pit is going to be a little bit of confusion in that pack, but as long as you know what you're doing and get the right pit strategy, you'll be okay.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. You know, when you memory route out there, you pacing this field the way you're pacing it. Like, how long do you stay on the gas, and when do you choose to start backing off? Like, do you? Because right now he's got a clear big gap in front of everybody.
Yeah, yes, he do. I was gonna say, yeah, once again, good job, Memory, and good job, Trinity, for you in the booth, me and you. But great job to Memory because he's pulling away from a pack that seemed too crowded up. Adding on to that, it would be nice for you to just be in open air, be in open space, and test and see what lanes you can run. Try not to wear out the tires much, as you said. Try not to wear the tires as much, and see how good is your car in dirty air or clean air, and see what lanes you get. See what different lanes you get to run. Great job by Chapman, it looks like, by using that high lane. The high lane do use up a lot of tire, especially the bottom lane, but great job for them to hold their lines in these turns, especially coming out of it because your car gets loose, especially out of turn 4. Just great racing right now by them, and I'd like to see more.
Yeah, we're seeing that lead kind of stabilize. We don't see Memory still pulling off, but we see Jake with his little early dust up early on. He has made his way back up to third. Him and Chapman look like they're breaking away from fourth, fifth, sixth, everybody behind them. And we're gonna see. We're gonna keep an eye out on this 3 and this 19. See if they run down this 17 here before this like Chapman got a little loose off the corner. Give Jake the opportunity on the outside.
Yes, as we're talking right now, as we were saying about the tires and fuel, Blackout is now into the pits. It looks like pit lane my fault. It looks like pit lane will be open for some cars that have their tires done for or their fuel.
Yes. I'm thinking that you're right, that the pits are open. Is there anybody stream you're watching right now?
No, I'm checking out their cars right now as we got Pickled now into the pits. 42 of Blackout got out. Great job by him.
Jake's on pit road.
Yeah. Pickles on pit road, and there should be now it's Memory should come in around 2 more laps, just so they won't catch up to him on fresh tires while they have fresh tires and he don't. Especially here at Las Vegas, if somebody has fresh tires and you don't, they is for sure going to gain positions or a whole bunch of seconds on you, as we're talking about.
As the leader's coming in. Oh, there we go. Yes. Four takers. Mills is on pit road.
Yes.
And like Coyote's going to make another run, another lap.
As we got Memory, we got Chap, and then.
Yeah, I was going to say, FaZe, that I think stage 1 is 1 pit stop, so that was strategy probably being played And I'm pretty
Right.
sure if everybody that pitted early, they came in just about a lap or two early before these guys, they're going to have a clear advantage
There go
speed
Memory.
wise. Here comes Pickle.
There
Pickle
goes
pitted
Memory
early.
into the pit. Yes, he did. Him and Blackout too. Blackout. Great job by Wildcard because if he would have put, I think, one more lap other than
Memory off pit
who's
road
in
first
second.
out of this group. That beautiful Sunny D. Makes me want some Sunny D. I grew up a lot on Sunny D. Now I'm a hardcore chocolate milk drinker.
Right now,
And
Blackout and I think that's Jake. They catching up to the pack right now. As they getting off pits and are they coming out of turn 4 right now.
Coyote
See Wildcard.
is still, yeah, Coyote is just coming out the pits now. I wonder if he got a speeding penalty.
Thank you.
Cause no, I think that's
Yeah.
I think he's good. I think he's
Got up.
good. I think he's good. He's got the freshest tires out of all these guys, so we're gonna
Yeah.
keep an eye on Coyote and see how much ground he is able to make up. Because obviously he is dead last on this field.
Yes, when you're dead last without that draft, especially here, you can lose a lot of
Um,
time.
I'm in the middle of we got Blackout, we got Jake, and we got Chapman second, third, and fourth, followed by Matthew and BC. And they are bumper to bumper. Oh, Blackout takes a little ride up the track. Jake is right on that white line getting on the inside. He's going to take second place. Here comes the Magic Cockroach. He looks underneath the new guy of Blackout in that 42. And he is going to take third place.
Great job for Memory, him and the pit crew to get out there early, and especially keep that big gap in between the second place and third place car.
Yeah, and it looks like the gap from first to second is about the same as when they started the round of pit stops.
Yes.
And there goes the Magic Cockroach. He is looking for second place underneath JGX, the Canadian Ninja himself. And that's puts Chapman a second, Jake the third, Blackout the fourth, and Matthew is currently fifth.
Yes.
What adjustments do you think some of these guys did, or do you think they're waiting for this first stage to be over with before they really make any kind of major adjustments if their course is not handling right?
If the car's not handling right, I think that they should make a tiny adjustment now. When they just came in the pit, I think they should have made a tiny adjustment, which is make it tighter or loose. Then, when it comes down to stage 1, they can make any adjustment as they want. They can make a big adjustment or a small adjustment again, and see how the car goes from there.
On board with Matthew as he takes a spot away from Blackout, putting Matthew up to fourth, Blackout back to fifth. And in this next group, we're going to have Mills, Coyote, and BC. And remember, Coyote does have the freshest tires out of everybody because he pitted last.
Yes, and especially you want to gain track position when you have fresh
FaZe,
tires because of the state. Yeah.
take this. I got to take a phone call real quick.
Okay. As right now we see Memory with a big lead right now, pulling away from the second place and third place cars. You're seeing that second pack that Coyote is actually gaining on Blackout right now. And Patman actually trying to close up that lead between him and Memory, trying his best to close that up right there. As we got Coyote now, he passed Mills for I think fifth.
I am
Great job
back.
by him. Thank you. And Wild Coyote moving right in the fifth, catching up the Blackout. Great job by Coyote for catching up, getting that track position and them stage points.
We are seeing a breakaway. We see Pickle Deal. He's coming back to pit road.
Yeah.
He is back on pit road. And we got Coyote. He's definitely starting to move his way back up. He's got Blackout in his sights. Mikey Daniels, he's making laps. We see BBD by himself on the track. And it looks like Chapman is broken away. He is trying to slowly reel in that leader of memory who's, once he's got the lead, he just checked out on these guys and he never looked back.
Yes. As right now, we seeing that pack right there, right behind Matthew, Blackout, Mills, and Coyote, and B-Comp. B-Comp was the winner.
Oh, they must be having to make two
They
pit
were meant.
stops because here come Blackout down the pit road. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Apparently, we have two green flag pit stops about to take place. We've seen Pickle lead them off. We've seen Blackout come in. So, I wonder if you're Coyote, being the fact that how much ground he made up, you think he's going to come in a little sooner this time, or he's going to let that strategy play out and he's going to run it out and be the last one in and have probably even more of a advantage. But he did lose a lot of ground, and you can see him
Right there battling with Mills.
yeah, he actually passed all these cars up, and now he's backing off. Makes me wonder if that's strategy, or he's just, like I say, is it strategy? What you think?
I think when he was racing, as he was coming back into the pit, I think he must have burnt out some fresh tires and now is getting, I think, loose or tight into these turns or coming out of these turns, and he just trying to save these tires for the whole fuel run. That's why he's probably backing off as he's trying to go under Mills right now as he do. Making a move. I really think that Wildcard is trying to save them tires or might be able to, or might be trying to save fuel. Because that do happen here at Las Vegas as BBD is in pit.
We have Mills sandwiched between two Fords, the Ford of B-Comp and the Ford of Coyote. We got a Ford crime happening on the track, as we my good old buddy Puddin' Knievel would say. And now Coyote is going high.
Right now,
Shout out to Tommy out there. He's watching this race. Well, Mr. Tommy Armor Boy. Always good to hear comments from our community, our old school family. And as we see Matthew peel off the pit road.
Matthew messed up a little bit on that pit lane, but great job for him to get it right back in shape and get it right in pit lane. Right now,
we are at Martinsville this Friday, Tommy. We are at Martinsville. Short track racing.
Right now, great job from Chapman.
Jake on pit road.
Making up time from memory and getting first place. That is great job by him. As he is now in first place, Chapman doing a great job. Keep it up. See memory trying to get that lead back using that bottom lane, but Chapman using that high lane. Let's see if we can get a great battle out of these two. As these two are the fastest cars right now on the track.
Yep. Practice in Martinsville starts tomorrow night, Tommy. Practice will start tomorrow night.
As we see,
still waiting on BC, and Coyote is still on the track.
Yes, Jake getting out of pit lane right now. BBD is on the track. So, look like Chapman is actually gaining, like pulling away from memory. Like I said, great job by the 3 car for working it and actually keeping a great race right now as he's holding that lead against memory, the car that was pulling away from the pack.
Oh, it looks like Coyote is signaling that he's coming to pit road.
And he is...
Or maybe he just got loose. Maybe he just got loose off of 2. That's what it was.
If it was... Oh, man. Sad. It's sad to see him because he was just up there racing up there for third and second. Now he's back there fighting with B Comp for that position.
And they are yet to pit.
Yes.
B Comp and Coyote have yet to pit, so they got to be fixing to do that. B Comp might be coming in now.
B-Comp coming in. B-Comp look like he's coming in. No, he's not. So it might be cars getting loose. And they're losing. Oh, B-Comp looking like he lost gas.
Oh, he might be out of gas, yeah.
He might be out of gas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dark,
it looked like his car is
might have.
up.
Oh, Chapman out of gas. Is Chapman out of gas?
Oh, Chapman's out of gas.
Oh, we got people out of gas.
Oh, we got a whole bunch of people out of gas right now. We got Mills.
Oh, Memory's out of gas. Wow. Oh, I think Coyote just won the stage. Because everybody in front of him ran out of gas.
Just ran out of gas. So
what?
That was a confusing. You know what? That was confusing. Seeing Chapman, VVD, I think Memory, and a whole bunch of others just run out of gas and out of that turn 2 or out of turn 3 and 4. Crazy to see it. Great job from Wildcard from picking it up and getting that. Great job on the set.
So basically, some of the guys that did two stops gambled, thinking that everybody would have had to make 2 stops, and Coyote late in the run stretched it. That's what it definitely seems like to me. That's what happened. Right. That everybody ran out and he brought it home. We're gonna see how they line up coming to stage 2. Yeah. But yes, Dark is probably comatose on his pound cake.
Right now, Wildcard, man, doing a great job, man. I didn't see him winning it. If he did win the stage, I did not see it coming. Great job by him as they coming down to the line. Wildcard did win the stage.
Yes, yep. Memory's gonna start second.
Wow, great job. As now the cars are all packed up together, so I'm expecting to see a lot of pack racing right here.
Now, I would think stage 2, you know, normally stage 2 laps is shorter than stage 1. So right. I would think that one pit stop should get everybody through. Now, the question I have, FaZe, is there will be a ton of strategy being played out now that everybody knows they're on the same page, and one stop. Oh, Chapman grinding the walls up there. The safer barrier up there. He was wall riding. Oh, we got a fan out on the front stretch.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Great pack racing right here on that high lane by Chapman. I think that is Mikey right there. Yes, that is. That's Mikey, Chapman, and B-Comp. Great job from y'all working that high lane. High lane can be, I like the way how Las Vegas is. You're able to work both lines, even all the way up there. Where's Mikey at? Near that wall. Chapman getting through, moving down to that bottom lane.
We got Jake in the second lane. Oh, Jake just touches Matthews right, left quarter panel. Just right quarter panel, just a tad. On board with B-Comp.
Yes, as we do see a new face up in this front pack, B-Comp. And great to see him up here though, because he was in the back chilling in that back row, just sitting there racing and doing
we got a spinner. Who's the spinner?
As we got, it might have been BBD.
BBD spins, but he gets going again in that 46 black and orange Mustang. And back on board with Chapman as he's riding that high side, trying to get that good run.
Oh, Chapman hits that wall, and he's falling back.
Oh, there's a wreck. Chapman, the magic cockroach, he's getting going. Blackout must have gotten the wall because he fell back. So this probably is going to be our first manual of the race. On board with Memory, we're going to see if coming to this line, if they're going to start lifting And I will let you know momentarily as they come off of turn 4 at the chin of the trioval. And
Right
uh,
there.
he's still full send.
It's full send, so right
Oh,
now
no
they is
manual
racing.
caution.
No. So
No
with
manual caution.
with that not being a manual caution, that do sets up a lot of things, such as the pack breaking up and Mills right now making them trying to make a move for third against B-Comp and Memory wild card fighting. Well, Memory trying to come back into that first place.
That is definitely not something that Chapman wanted to have happen,
Yes,
because he comes into this first race of the playoffs with the
in
lead
first.
and in first place with the lead in the points, and he's going to lose a lot of points if there's no caution in this stage and it plays out.
Yes. I mean, especially if you're in first, you do not want to lose any type of points. I think who's in second place for the playoff?
Second place
I'm about to pull it up.
was Jake.
So right now, if he finishes behind Jake, he will lose first place, and Jake will be the rightful first place winner. So wild card fighting for that first place right now is Memory using a high bottom. Bottom is wild.
Right now, Jake's currently in sixth, which
Oh,
technically right now, if the stage were to end, wouldn't be as damaging to Chapman as it could be because of where Jake's running at the moment. Right now, Jake is battling right now. He's about to go underneath. As he gets underneath Mikey Dan for picking up another spot, and he's going to set his sights on BC. And
yes.
back at the front, we got that bright 17 Sunny D car chasing down that patriotic scheme of the number 2. That's first and second, followed by Mills and B Comp is third and fourth.
As I am pulling up the playoffs right here, right now, and yes, if Wildcard wins this race, there's a chance that he moves up to first. As him and Memory really do need these points to even stay in these playoffs for the first, because really anything can happen here at Las Vegas, especially for the next races coming up. Anything can really happen. All the points can get shaken up out of one race. So let's see what's gonna happen as Memory hits that wall, loses all his momentum. Hopefully he can get it back up. Not Memory, Mills in third, fighting with B Pump. Trying to see what can Mills do, especially on this track, especially after he started in the back, him and B Pump. I want to see what they can do.
Yeah, right now, as they are single file, it makes you wonder who's going to be the first one to come on pit road.
Right.
I mean, who's going to start that? Because Tars and the advantage Tars is going to have. Whoever's the first one's going to do it will make up a ton of time, but also is going to give up a ton of time once everybody else starts coming in too. So it's like, how early is too early for it to be an advantage before it becomes a disadvantage?
Coming in too early is, I think, when certain cars come in, it's like the front pack. If the third car, which is B Comp or Mills, if somebody in that middle pack goes in, you're right on the dot. So you should go in, I think, 2 laps or even 1 lap after them. So really, it is a disadvantage if you're trying to come in pit last before everybody. I mean, after everybody else, like 2 laps or 1 lap after, because you can lose a ton of ground.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen in Coyote's case in stage 1, him being the last car on pit road,
Yes.
even though he lost a ton of time, and he was the fastest car when he came back, but he just lost so much time. But that extra few got him the win for the stage.
Yes, it did.
Which was amazing, because I would have was, think 3 or 4 cars ran out, and that was the spots that
Yeah,
he
that was
needed.
surprising.
Yeah.
Yes. Wild card. I mean, like, what did he? Like I said earlier, before this race started, he takes advantage of what other people do, especially staying out. Great job on him gaining ground and then winning that stage. As you see him trying to pull away from Memory. Great job by him to not go with everybody else on pit and start his own strategy.
I mean, right now, we know, well, the draft is probably not a factor here because they're running, I believe, they're running low or its lowest setting. So right now it's basically car versus car. And I was going to say that Memory would be in a great spot because Coyote would be pulling him around the track. But without the draft really being much of an influence, you know, right now, I guess tires can be something that if Memory is running a pace that he feels comfortable with, and Coyote is running at more of a pace that he's trying to run it all out to try to keep the lead, you know, right now the advantage is Memory because Memory can keep his position, save his tires, and keep up with the leader without abusing his tires, while Coyote could be possibly putting more wear and tear on his tires. And we're going to see how all this is going to play out.
Yes, we is. I really do agree with you too, especially when you said Coyote is high running out his tires. Yeah, when you're the leader, you really want to keep that lead and make sure you have everything.
Jake to pit road. We got Mikey to pit road. Pickle to pit road. And that battle for first is starting to shaping up a little bit. We got BC. We got BC and Mills closing in on these top two guys. And in fact, Memory, I don't know if he just signaled to come down pit road.
Look like he got loose though. And
hey, pit stops. Yes. We got Memory. All 4 of them are coming in. Oh, BC! BC misses the entry. And Coyote went wide, so I don't know if Coyote made commitment. Here comes Chapman.
Oh, that is messed up.
Oh, B-Comp, yeah. Oh, man. Now this helps out Chapman because Chapman's gonna have one guy in his sights.
Yeah.
There's Matthew. Matthew's coming off pit road. Pickles coming back onto the track. Mills. Let's go ahead and get on board with.
Right now, Wildcard is just sitting right in the middle of turn 1 and 2. Slowly driving around. Don't know what's going on with him. As he got B-Comp and... Oh, B-Comp gets out before Chapman. And now Chapman gets out. Great job for B-Comp.
Yeah, what happened to Coyote? Coyote is really slow next to that wall.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's something to do with the contact between him and BC. And he's letting BC go before he goes. Or did something happen to Coyote because he's still not going anywhere?
Yeah.
On board with Coyote. Looks like he's trying to order from some DoorDash right now, trying to get it delivered out to his pit crew there. Looks like he's giving them time to get the order and get it down there, but really, really slow. Unless he might be penalizing himself a lap. I have no idea what's going on with the 2 car, but he is definitely pacing very slow around the track.
Right.
Maybe, like I said, oh, there's B-Comp all of a sudden. Okay, well now what is these two drivers doing?
I don't
B-Comp
know.
pulls over. Did he just Clint Boyer him? Okay. Is this a race within a race? Looks like we let's call it. Oh, they bump each other. Oh my God, we got ourselves a race going on here.
Oh, I know what's happening. It looks like Wildcard must have ran out of gas. It looked like he didn't pit for gas. and he must have ran out,
Oh, he
and
ran
B
out of
Comp is
gas.
helping
B
him.
Comp is helping him.
That
Well,
might
there
be
he
it.
goes. He
That might
pushes.
be it.
There he goes.
And Wildcard is now
Oh,
in.
now he's getting
Wow.
his. Wow, he's gonna lose a
Wow.
ton. Wow, what a
Yeah, he
game
lost a
changer.
ton. He lost a ton of ground, especially he must have been two. He must be two laps down. Great job for VCon for being a great person and helping him out, getting in pit.
Yes.
Wow,
Wow, indeed.
what what a move.
What good sportsmanship from B Comp to come down there and sacrifice himself on the. But this is a game, and we're not getting paid to
Yes,
do this. But to see
right,
another fellow competitor do that, that's pretty cool to see BCom do that.
right. Because
And
now
as we get
Wildcard
to
is
the
coming out of
front,
pits.
yeah. Well, he will be a part of stage 3, but he's probably going to be a couple of laps down, and he's basically out of this race.
Yes, as right now I think Jake is in the lead if he wins this race. I mean, no, I'm not allowed to jinx him. If he wins this stage, there's a possibility that he can win this stage as Memory is right behind him, trying to spread that lead apart as we got Mills in third and fourth. Do not know who's in fourth, but having great racing in between these people as you see Chapman coming out of turn 4. Great racing overall as we do see Wildcard. Sad to see it as he has ran out of gas before everybody else. Gets help now, not back on the lead lap, but is laps down. So let's see if he can come back. If he do come back, that is a true. That is something.
Man, that is a big blow to Coyote because he comes in third into this competition, 17 points out of the lead. And
Yes.
he is going to take a major hit in points. That means he's going to lose a lot of points in stage 2 and a lot of points for stage 3 because of the fact that he's a couple of laps down now. As we
Right.
see a battle for the lead, we see Memory taking a look underneath Jake Giroux.
And
And
Jake is looking like he's not having it. And
this is going to open the door for Memory and Mills and Pickle and everybody behind Coyote to really gain some points on Coyote.
Yes.
This can, I think, Memory can definitely close up, if not leapfrog Wildcard, especially if Memory can
Get back on the lead lap.
either
And get some points.
either like I say, he finished second in stage 2. If he wins stage 3 and wins the race, if he can dang near maximize the points, he is going to capitalize a lot over Chapman and Coyote. That's best case scenarios for Memory at the moment.
Yes, as right now we did see Jake hit the wall and go back into second, but still keeping up with Mills is trying to get into the picture right now, and I think he's trying to catch up to him. Wild card behind Mills and Mikey Dan with Pickle.
Yes, as we see that Memory did get around Jake. That's the battle first and second with Mills running third. And obviously we do know based on what we just figured out, you figured out, because we didn't know what was going on at first. We thought they was about to start racing. We thought they were about to get out the cars and start throwing down on something.
Oh man, as we see, I think that's Mikey or BBD going into pit right now. No, that's BBD coming into pits. Got different strategy. Great job. I mean, it's all up to what you feel like what is your strategy coming in and coming out of this race, especially into this, because this is, I think, or should be a one-stop stage. It's all up to if you're going to pit before, is you going to pit right in the middle, or you going to pit dead last.
We see Jake still fighting.
Yes.
He is right there on the inside for this lead. And Memory takes it high. I mean, the laps for this is probably winding down. I would think we're within maybe 10 or 5 laps to go.
Yes.
And man, if, the points, this is big for Jake. And it's it's big for Memory. Both of them can capitalize on the people that's in front of them, which is Chapman and Wildcard.
Yes, as right now they is fighting pretty nice right now. Memory trying to get to the bumper of Jake did not work out, and he got out to at least like a 1 to 2 car length lead of Jake. Great job, Jake, for getting in that lead. Mills, like I said,
Jake
trying to
takes
catch
it
up.
back. Yep.
Overall, the race been smooth. Pretty great pit stops. Great sportsmanship, and great racing overall. And can't wait to see the ending. As Memory trying to make a move against Jake. We've been seeing
Jake goes
these
down
two
the
going
block.
back and forth.
Jake goes down the block.
Yes.
We've seen Jake kind of shade to the inside to kind of take away a run.
Yes, as looks like Memory is gonna go down with him. Looks like you can probably get a little bit of draft. It's not gonna help him out like
I am going to
not
be
that much.
on board with that Sunny D 17 as he is stalking that 19. Like, oh, he's ready to pounce. We see Jacob get,
Oh, he smacked
I
that wall.
think a little tail whip from Jake to Memory gets Memory in the wall just a tad. But Memory gets a good run off of 4 down on this
Down to the front stretch.
down the front
Coming right
stretch.
back to
Going into turn 1.
Yes, going
They
into turn 1.
Both
Jake.
running low.
Yes. Great battle between 1 and 2, as they do both have the same strategy. I want to see if one of them is going to stretch out for the last bit of the stage like a couple other cars did in first stage. Let's see if they're going to stretch it out and try to make it and not run out of gas, or if they're going to come in the pit, get gas or 2 tires, because tires really do matter here, or try to get gas and tires and try to finish out this stage. Great.
We see Coyote trying to get around
Right now,
Mills, but we
Jake
do know that's not
slowing
the
down.
position.
Jake is slowing down. It looks like he is coming into the... Oh, he ran out of gas.
Oh, he's out of gas.
Mills would take second.
Stage is over. Stage is
over.
over. Memory
Yes,
takes
it
it. Jake runs out of gas out of the last minute.
Yeah. As
Whew.
Chapman spins. Chapman spins in the grass for the end of the stage. Great job. Getting back. And Pickle went to pit that last stage, so I don't know if he's gonna get out. That is a black flag if you try to pit 2 laps or 1 lap before.
I'm not exactly sure what the rules are in the preset, but if if that was the case, then yeah, he probably would get a penalty if that was the case.
Yes, coming in, I think like the last lap before, you cannot go to pit unless it's the black flag. I think Pickle gained. I think he in first if he's on the lead lap and he just pitted and the stage is over. He might be first coming out.
It might be a strategy, yeah. So
Might be.
here we go.
we go,
Memory,
as-
Jake. No, Pickle. No, Pickle starting.
No, Pickle starting right there in
He is what, 8th? Yeah.
yes.
Memory and Jake brings us down for the start of the final stage with Mills and Mikey on the outside.
Yes, and wild card.
Well, we know Wildcard is laps down, so
Yes. Mills on that bottom with Chapman. Chapman's coming back after that crash that he had earlier. Coming right back. Them two are working on that bottom lane. Memory's holding it off. And Jake on the highs. They bump together. It looked like Pickle and Mikey bumped a little bit. Not serious. Ooh,
oh, Matthew. What's going on with Matthew? He is basically stopped over there. And here comes Jake to
Oh, he's out of
challenge for the
gas.
lead.
He's out of gas. I see his car
Oh,
clutching.
he
He's
must
out
have
of
not
gas.
pitted. He must have not got his pit in.
Wow. That
Wow.
that's a second time that we had seen. But a third time we had seen a car run out of gas. Sad to see it again as they pass him again. He is now 2 laps down. Jake right now in this lead, trying to hold off Chapman as he's coming in strong on that bottom, and Memory's tied. Jake on that bottom, trying to get first, could not work out. Almost 3 wide between the 1, the 3, and Pickle. Great movement all around. Coming out of turn 2. Matthew, wow.
Poor Matthew.
Yeah, sad to see it. Now down 3 laps. Sad to see him run out of gas. Didn't know what he was doing at first until I seen the car clutch up. Sad to see it. But the race sadly goes on.
And we got Memory out front. We have a battle for second with Mills, Chapman,
And
Jake, pretty much everybody else behind him. BC, Pickle.
yes, as 3 wide between Chapman, Mills, and Jake. V-Comp moving up with Wildcard, which is a lap down. As we see Jake now moving to second place with V-Comp trying to fight. They're fighting for third place, 3 wide. Great job for holding y'all cars right there. Make sure y'all be
3 wide for third.
Backs. Look like Mills tries to back off, but still catches himself in 3 wide. Finally out of 3 wide. Now I haven't seen a single soul move from Matthew. It looked like Matthew had backed out. Sad to see it.
Yep.
Right
But
now,
that's going to
Jake,
help Coyote pick up a spot.
yes, that is. Jake moving right now, staying close. I think the draft do helps you out, but not as much as it will as like a super speed.
I am on board with B-Comp in this Hornet's Nest for
Yes.
third. Well, fourth, yeah. We got Chapman finally emerging for third, and then Pickle on back. Now it looks like they're starting a single file it out.
Look like they're trying to get draft from each other through that straightaway in the back. Through that backstretch, actually.
I'm on board with Pickle Deal. We didn't see much of him all race, but there he is, battling in fourth place. He's got B-Comp chomping on the bits for fifth, in fifth. And, oh, he gets a little loose there, and he takes a look, and he got Coyote pushing B-Comp. And we see Chapman trying to break away from this this next group of cars led by Pickle Deal.
Yeah. Memory right now still in that lead as he been in the lead for the past 2 stages. Hopefully if he don't run out of gas or your tire don't blow on you, hopefully he'll be able to win this. There's a possibility that he can win this race, him or Jake. As we see them two been battling out. It would have been wild card, but no. Jake trying to make a move in that bottom lane, trying to get a run, and stays on that bottom right where Memory's at. His Memory sliding up on that racetrack, coming into the backstretch. We see Chapman and Pickle Deal actually pick up their momentum and trying their best to get up there as they try and to get behind that 19 car to get a little bit of draft and get a run and go right under him. 17 car Memory will lead another lap.
Yep, we are definitely seeing Memories getting a mirror full of the Jake and Chapman and Pickle coming up behind him. And we were seeing if we can, trying to see if BC and Mills can close that gap as well. But it looks like right now it's slowly a 4-car breakaway. Look like BC starting to pull out a little bit ahead over Mills. Man, this is obviously the last stage, so I would think that there's going to be at least 3 pit stops, 3 green flag pit stops if there's no caution.
Oh, and there we go, right again. As we're going to be right there in that front stretch, right where Chapman is making a move. Jake coming into turn 2. Jake did put a little tiny bump on Memory, but it didn't do that much, hopefully. Chapman right there is trying to get into second place so he can make a move for first, and we see him in, so we can finally see him in first for the first time in this race. Jake making a move once again, and he will look like he will get it coming out of turn 2.
Yep, we got another comment from a follower watching right now, Bobby Marshall, Mr. Little Man himself. We're doing good, buddy. How are you doing tonight? And Jake takes this lead over Memory, and then here comes Chapman and Pickle down to the grass.
Pickle. Yeah, I don't know, man. It really do look like Pickle might spin out later on in this race, and it looks like he's getting way too loose on his track, as we've seen him in that backstretch before. Hit that wall and go down.
Memory drops another spot to 3rd. And as we get a 3-car breakaway, then we back to BC catching up with Pickle Deal, and slowly Mills is trying to close that gap as well.
Yes. As right now Memory hits that bottom lane and goes right back up. Chapman's trying to go right back up with him, as them two are also will foul coming into turn 3. Coming out of turn 4, what will we see? We will see Chapman going to the bottom of Jake. Did not make a move, though.
Pickle gets bounced.
Looks like B-Comp and them hit that wall back there.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get it back.
Bobby, man, that is good to hear. I am glad that's worked out for you, and I know I sent out a lot of prayers to you, and I'm glad that you're doing much better. Hope to see you back on the track one day, buddy. And Memory still in 3rd.
I really thought Pickle was going into the pits, and he is. Okay, so we do have our first driver into the pits. Sorry for the pause, but we do have our second, because Blackout is coming out of the pits, so we will have our second driver into the pits. Let's see what he's gonna do, as we do got the front straightaway of cars.
Oh, there we go. We got five takers to pit road. Jake, Chapman, Memory, Mills, and BC.
BBD.
All of them are on pit road, and BBD. Bobby,
Yes,
that's good to hear, buddy. Glad you're able to get back into racing.
As right now, we do see Wildcard. Right there in the backstretch. I think he might be only a lap down. As Pickle's coming out of the pit right now.
As they get Calamity Corner on the pits, and then as Memory knocks the stuffing out of Jake Giroux coming in the pits.
As right now, we see Wildcard and we see Mikey Dan coming into pits. Let's actually see what Wildcard.
There goes Jake. There's Chapman as they all come off. We're going to have Jake off of pit road first. Chapman, Memory, Mills, and B-Comp. Basically, they all come off the same way they came on.
Yes, as right now, I'm seeing Blackout trying to get in here, get into this mix right here. Coming out of the turn 2, and might be getting in front of Mills. Yes, he is. And he will be in fourth, trying to get in front of Memory. Let's see, DC and Pickle trying to fight for that position as they bump heads together. Going right back to Chapman right in front. Him and Jake has separated together, him, especially between him, which is Chapman and Memory. They both have a greater distance away from each other. Not that good if you're in the third place, which is Memory. Not good, because we do gotta work up, or you do gotta work to get up to Chapman, especially Chapman trying to get up to Jake. Really not a good position. Really not.
Yeah, right now they definitely all spread out as they come off of pit road. They came in much closer together, and they come out. Jake kind of stretched his lead out over Chapman. Chapman's got a lead over Memory. And I'm surprised Memory been pretty much dominating this race since stage one. He's been at or near the front. And we see Jake now out front, so I know there's still a lot of racing. We just finished our first pit stops, green flag pit stops, so
yes.
Yeah, we're going to see how this plays out and how this race tightens back up as the laps run down versus, how cars might get tight as the fuel load or loose and, people come and go. And we're going to see if Chapman can close up back to Jake and if Memory can close up the gap on the leaders as well.
Yes, as right now we do see Chapman and Memory trying to catch up to Jake. They really don't want Jake to win this race. He will be over them in the points even more. As
Yeah, Bobby, man. Yeah, you take it easy out there. Thank you for all you do out there with your job. And yes, we missed you too, buddy. And like I said, we all hope to see you again soon. And we're glad that your health is much better now. So you have yourself a good night, buddy, and you take care. And looks like Chapman is closing the ground on the back of Jake.
Yes, as I think back, Pickle and Decomp all on a 3-car pad, especially I see Blackout and Mills in front of them by a large lead for Mills. Looks like
beat Blackout, the young guy. He had a little competition at the beginning of the stage one, and then he kind of fell back, and now he's gotten a little racy here. He's currently 4th or 5th?
Yes, he is right now currently 5th, right behind Mills. See Chapman making a move, digging loose, but is right now trying to make a move coming into turn 3. No, I think he's trying to set up Jake right now for this lead. Finally, we will probably see Chapman first time in this lead as he makes a move under Jake.
If these guys get to racing side by side for too long, that will definitely bring Memory back in this picture quick.
And that might actually, if they do it even more longer, it might bring in Mills, Blackout, and a bunch of other people that's in that backpack. As right now, them two are racing pretty hard right now, right beside each other. Let's see who's going to lead this lap right here, and it will be...
Oh, they touch, and it will be Chapman that leads this lap, and he catches the grass.
Yes, he does. Glad that they actually stick together, and a little side draft off.
Ooh, a side draft there, but Chapman gets a good run back underneath.
Yes,
and all in all, each lap, that big Serenity D17 is coming.
Right, as we do see another side draft of the 19. Did not work out this time. But right now, we do see Memory catching up. I think Memory is probably having fun right now, talking to him and saying, please keep battling. I want to get up there.
Well, I think these guys figured if they keep racing like that, it's going to be more than just a
Yes,
two-car battle because that Sunny D is
yes,
there and
right.
he's freshly squeezed and he's ready to solar power charge somebody.
Yes, as he did catch up to Jake and Chapman right now. Is Chapman once again, like I say, first time in this lead, leading laps. Great job by him and his spotter and crew chief. Number 19 of Jake did hit that line, did lose a little bit of momentum. Here comes Memory. As Chapman is getting, I think, a little bit of separation between them, trying his best to get separation.
Man, Faze, it was definitely something to see these three drivers.
Yes, it is.
They came off the pit road so spaced out and managed to find their way back together. And Chapman was able to close that ground, take the lead.
Yes,
Memory's trying to get back in the mix of this, which he's basically there.
yes. As right now, from the backpack, I am seeing Wildcard and Pickle and B-Comp fighting for. I don't know if Wildcard is fighting for that position, but I do know that they're they Pickle is right behind Mills by a great gap, and behind Pickle is B-Comp. So I do not know if they're. I don't know if Wildcard is on the lead lap now. That's what
I
has me
would
confused.
I would think that Wildcard is definitely not on the lead lap because I mean he
Right.
lost at least 3-4 laps and he only maybe got one back if he was in the lucky dog position going into stage
Yes.
3. We have not had a caution or a manual all night long. Nothing but
No.
green flag racing. So, and we got these top three guys. Mills is comfortable in fourth, and then the next person
Good.
in for position is Pickle behind Coyote.
Yes. As right now we do see Chapman, Jake, and not Wild. As we do see Chapman, Jake, and Memory in that three-car pack right there for the lead. Great job by all three of them to race clean and try their best to win this race.
Yes, and right now, I guess if you're remembering to close that gap back, if you're any one of these three cars right now,
Yes.
you in the position you want to be in right now. And
As
here
there go
comes the Sunny
Memory.
D. Memory coming to pit road before these guys. Last time we seen them all come together, Memory's choosing to come in maybe a lap or two sooner. Here comes Blackout to pit road.
Yes. As right now, I think if you was Memory, you do want to get in pit before them. Oh, there goes Wildcard and Pickle, but they do fix it back up and coming into turn 3, they coming out of turn 4, they will be okay as Pickle is going to pit. Happy to see them be okay as I think they come in out.
Chapman and Jake are
There
still
go Memory
turning
coming out.
laps.
Yes, as Blackout and Memory is now coming out. I don't know why I keep saying Wildcard, but Memory is coming out of pit, and Chapman and Jake. Oh, it looked like Jake got spun out by Chapman.
Oh, it looked like
And
Chapman
BC
came
coming
in.
in.
Jake tried to jump him, and he
Wow.
slid right in front of Chapman, and Chapman kind of
But the
punted
nice
him a little
part
bit.
is great driving by BC. I mean, great driving. But I keep messing
Did
up.
that give
Great
Jake
driving.
a penalty? Did he cross the
That-
line like that, or did he just spun before the line, did a 360 and made it in the pits?
Great job. Yes, I was about to say great driving by Jake for spinning around. He hit that wall pretty hard, so he is going to have damage. So great job for spinning around 360 style, coming into pit. He was going to have damage, but he did. Oh, Tommy did not get a. Did he get damaged though? Anyway, Chapman gets out before Jake And I think Jake is going to definitely look for revenge as we see Memory right now getting out, and it looks like Chapman is trying to block him. Man, great racing, man. Wildcard is now coming in the pit with nobody by himself. B Comp and B. Oh my God, B Comp and Pickle racing for that position right there. Mills coming out of pit, great job by him. Mikey too.
That is for position that Pickle and B Comp is racing for.
Yes.
And that would be 5th and 6th behind Mills.
Okay.
Oh, Mills go high to let. Currently, it's going to be Pickle.
Yes.
Yes. Pickle and BC looks like they might make the pass, but Mills, I believe, just came out of pit, so he will have the fresher tires, and I believe he will make his way back around. Blackout's coming behind them, and I see Coyotes coming off of pit road now. And 3 wide.
They're going 3 wide for that position. They're not playing no games. These
and
points are crucial.
Yeah, very crucial. And we see Mills, like we said, he's going to get back around with these fresher tires. And we expect that one car, that Monster Energy one car driven by Mills. BC catches the grass.
BC. Great job that he keeps it in. And he's driving perfectly well. Keeping in. Great job for keeping that car in there.
Yep.
And staying in that pack. As, once again, Chapman, Memory. Now it's a switch between Memory and Jake. We don't know. I think that Chapman did cause Jake to have damage. I don't know if Jake did go in and fix the damage, but he is backing up pretty close, and he hits that wall just now as they're catching up to a lap down car, BBD, right? As Chapman, Memory. Happy for Chapman as he's trying to keep that lead separated, and Memory is kind of closing in, trying to win this race here.
Yes, absolutely. As we see the first hint of lap traffic right there, BBD.
Yes.
And he will move out of the way and give way for the leaders.
Yes.
Now, will Jake, being the fact that he did have a wild entry into his second pit stop, didn't seem to where it hurted him too bad because he is still there with the leaders. Now we're going to see if he can close back into the back of Memory, and then Memory to close up in the back of Chapman.
Now I'm for sure that he did hit that wall pretty hard, so I do see a little bit of damage coming out of him. Sad to see it though by Chapman. Probably accidentally bumped him, and they went in the pit. Great job by him, like I said, to pick it back up and stay in there. As Memory is losing a lot of some seconds between him and Chapman.
And you know, that can be the difference of one lap, because I think it's a 1 lap difference, because remember, Memory came in a lap before Chapman and Jake.
Yes, he did. But that do mean he has, I think, at least 1 lap less tires. So do it come down to, I really think it comes down to strategy for Memory. If you cannot keep up with Chapman, you will have to beat him by strategy. What type of strategy? It's all up to them too. It's all up to them three actually. It's all up to them 3 actually, because Jake is right there. It's all up. The fate is all into their hands.
I'm thinking that Memory's idea of pitting 1 lap earlier was to try to give him that 1 lap advantage to where he would be leading right now. Yeah. But it didn't work out that way. He did get second. And I'm surprised that Jake didn't close up as quickly as he did with them fresher tires. And what if Memory is conserving a little bit? What if he's trying to play a little strategy? Because right now it looks like it's going to go green for the rest of the race.
Yes, it is. As we have seen no cautions, great racing. caution free. So I do say that Memory will. Oh, Chapman just almost went to the grass. But Memory, I do think that he's trying to do. I think he's trying to beat Chapman by strategy because remember he did come into pit a lap after. I mean a lap before. So he will have less fuel and less tires than Chapman and Jake. As Jake look like he is closing up on Memory, and Memory is just sitting back there, sitting up for positions.
I am noticing that as well. I'm noticing that as well. That Jake is starting to slowly get to the back of Memory.
Yeah.
When now we are assuming that they got at least one more green flag pit stop.
Yes.
At most two, but definitely we know they're going to have at least one more.
Yes.
And Chapman high up on the track. And man, this is going to be right now. Chapman is definitely in a good driver's seat right now. He's got a good gap over second and third.
Yes, he does.
I don't know how hard he's pushing his car right now, but if he can run a pace where he's not abusing his car and he's keep maintaining a good lead, it will allow him to go another 2 or 3 laps more if he chooses to. But either way it goes, that 3 car is in a very good position right now to rebound from a dust up early on in stage 2. And I wouldn't be surprised one bit if the Magic Kairos pulls off this win in the first race, because he is the regular season champion and he is the leader in this first race of the playoffs.
Yes, great job by him for being the season leader and coming into the point stand. It's pretty nice, sitting comfortably right there in that first place, as we do see Jake and Memory behind him. He is pulling away. I do expect, if this go all the way green, I do expect him to win this race because his car is pretty fast right now over Jake and Memory. So I do see him winning this race later on, unless a caution come up. That is the only way. I do not see him winning this race.
We got Pickle and Coyote coming off of pit road. We see that battle for second heating up with Memory and Jake. We got BC leading Mills. See Blackout turning laps. And we see Memory and Jake side by side as they touch coming down to the tri-oval. Oh, they touch again. Jake sliding. Woo, he gathers it back up though. Man.
The race is over.
The race is over.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
well.
Man. Yes. Well, that was something. Great job by Chapman to... Wow, we didn't know if the race is over or not, but glad that I knew. So,
well, we're about to find out. It's either a caution or a race. We're gonna find out if we go back to the menu.
Yeah, it's I don't know, but
right now, I don't see the yellow lights. Look, it's green. So yeah, it's probably over with.
Yeah, so great job by Chapman to win this race, and he gets more points than Jake. So great job by Chapman for him to win this race. Great racing overall. We went no cautions. Great job for Memory to hold on to second place after his car was slowing up a lot. Great job for Jake finishing in third place. Great job by everybody right now, and we will back out. As I will add the...
Yes, get the first and second place up in here, which will be Chapman and Memory.
Okay.
Fastest lap person will be like Wildcard. Wildcard was the fastest car on the track. Chapman second, Jake third, and Pickle fourth. Memory and Mills are fifth and sixth. B-Comp was seventh. Blackout eighth with the speed. Wow. Yes, we are
Let me see.
getting Memory and Chapman up in here.
Memory and chat. Okay. As right now we try and get the top 3 people into this race. The top 3 that finished out this race. Great job by them. Trying to get them in here as I'm getting them in there right now.
There we go with
Can
our
one of y'all
runner-up.
add? Can one of y'all add up Jake? Cause he,
I think Jake
yeah.
split.
Yeah, Jake split.
Plus, I don't have him as a friend, so.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
died. We have died. Let's try to add. Okay, I got him. Okay, I got him.
Yeah, like I said, Jake probably split, so you ain't gotta waste your time. Um,
You.
yeah, we got Chapman, and we're gonna have Memory, and if Coyote joins us, because he's got to explain that
Yeah, he do.
funny thing that happened when he ran out of fuel, because we didn't know what was going on with him.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did not know what was going on.
Oh well, we were making fun. We were making our own little issues of what could have been. There he is, Chimp Man, aka the Iceman, aka
Um,
the Magic Cockroach.
the magic.
Magic.
All right,
Yeah.
FaZe, you go
Yes.
ahead and you take Memory for me.
So, memory. Well, okay, we ain't doing this on broadcast. So right now, I want to know, how did your car fill out? How did you feel, or how did you or your car feel in stage 2 and the last stage?
Well, car felt good. Had 4 tires underneath of me. I got feeling a little hot, but I think that's about it.
Oh, that that was extra. But
You
hey,
gotta thank the sponsors.
I mean,
Like the spank this.
Spank.
Like this.
I
Spank the
mean,
sponsors.
yeah, we seen you lead in a bunch of laps. We seen you come out and actually run out of fuel and let Wildcard win the stage.
Yeah, it ran out just right at turn 3, and I couldn't get around fast enough.
Yeah, me and Trinity was wondering in the booth. We was wondering what was going on between you and a whole bunch of other cars running out of fuel on that last lap. Did not know that if y'all just slowed down for some reason or y'all lost gas. But great job how y'all picked it back
Yeah,
up.
that first stage was a gas mileage
Something.
race.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to push it out a little further than us. He's got that clutch, cheating clutch wheel, so
Cheating clutch wheel.
can't 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 compete with that.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our winner, Chapman. Good win, Chap. Like, we've seen what happened in stage 2. You got a little dust up there. You went down in the grass and didn't quite see what happened with the contact. But we did know that you went dirt hopping. So tell us that and how you managed to rebound for stage 3, and your core just does what your core does, shows up when you need it to show up, and get the win.
I mean, well, for that wreck I had was that I was on the outside of Jake, and he was like an inch from clearing me, and I should have lifted just because like I just have this tendency to want to race people all the time, and so it was kind of my fault. I put myself in the wall and then I bounced off cars, and then I was like, that was kind of dumb. But I don't know what it is about stage racing, but I just can't figure it out. Like even last season, once we started the stages in the playoffs, I did not get any points, but I could still somehow win. And so it's like, for whatever reason, something happens to me and I get dropped to the back, and then the last stage it works out to where I can finally race up front. So, but yeah, that was a weird race. A lot of people had problems, and I guess I had one too, but it wasn't there at the end, so wasn't that bad, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, me and FaZe was watching how y'all kind of and after your first round of pit stops in stage 3, y'all kind of got spread out, but then it's pretty cool to see. And then after that second pit stop, it's just stayed spaced out, and you were basically in your own little zip code, and it really came down to Memory and Jake there at the end for second and third. And it was definitely funny to see Coyote when he came out of pit road and like he ran out of gas. We didn't know what happened until we seen BC come down and give him a push to get to pit road. So that was kind of funny to see up here in the booth.
From what they were saying was that he kind of clipped the commitment line, and so they didn't register him, so he was already out of fuel. So he basically had to go like a whole lap out of fuel from the lead, and so he was 4 laps down there at the end, which sucked for him.
It looked like that, that's why I think like he was really high on the track, but it looked like maybe he was on pit road, but BC lost it and went straight up onto the track. So we didn't think that until after we clicked back to him and we see he was just coasting, and we were just trying to figure out what was going on with him. So we was like maybe he's ordering from DoorDash. Yeah, so we was making up all kind of stuff. And then when BC got here, is they about to fight? What's going on here? They're going to try to race down here in neutral or something. But yeah, we was
just nice enough to push him because everybody else was like, oh well. But then that kind of cost BC a chance at winning because that trapped him a lap down. He was like, for what he said at the end of that stage, he was inches from being the first car being the first car lap down. So if he didn't do that, he would have been good. But I'm like, this is what you get, BC, for being nice to people. You should help him.
But it was nice of him to do that, and because it would have been with the. I mean, it already cost Coyote a lot of points because it basically killed his stage 2 and stage 3.
Yes.
And like I said, a bunch of people are going to make up a bunch of points on him, and you on stage 2. So this is going to definitely jumble up the points going into the second race, your next race in your playoffs, which is where?
Richmond, I believe.
Ooh, Richmond. You better watch out. Don't want to sandbag because Jake loves Richmond. Just saying.
Yes, and we will be at Richmond. Yes, we will.
Yes.
After that,
yes. FaZe, do you have anything you want to ask Chapman before we wrap this up?
No. It was great racing. No cautions. Great job. Great racing. Great strategy, especially here at Las Vegas. Yeah, that's it.
Well, then let's just go ahead and wrap this up. Chapman, you come in the regular season points champion. You start off in first place in the playoffs. You win the first race of the playoffs. Good job. You say you haven't figured out the stage race in which you win the race, a stage racing race. If you don't like this kind of racing, I feel real bad for the rest of the competition if there's other stage racing to have, because you managed to still somehow close the deal on a stage race. So congratulations again. You went out a champ and so forth. First race in, you're keeping such a high level of performance on this track where everybody else is going to be really having to go back to the drawing boards and see if they got anything for you over these next couple of races before y'all get to your first cutoff elimination. So, with all that being said, I am Trinity Beast Mode. Thank you, Electric for Days Demand Phase, for being up here in the booth to help call this race. It was great having you here. You did a fantastic job. For myself, for FaZe, and our winner tonight, Chapman, and our runner-up, Memory, did a good job. Thank y'all, and good night.